shooting games. They just need to do more free throw shooting games on their own. He took his time. They're not running away with it. The Nuggets aren't.
Steph catches 2-3. Warriors are trailed by as many as 24. Sits at 11 right now. And Devon Reed dropping it in.
He's a
Iguodala. Oh, he's got Kuminga for the mountain. 157 straight games. He's done that twice in his career.
But he's still climbing. Well, this crowd has more than earned their money tonight, right? I told you. Well, I said it before the game. I felt like they had just kind of accepted that they're going to have guys out from night to night with all this COVID
along with them. Austin Rivers through. Another stop, but there's Jokic again.
He just kept working as soon as he gave the ball up after that Dirk Nowitzki-like post up. Kind of expected that to give it up, and then he worked his way closer to the basket.
Right down the line to put it. But he does draw the blocking foul.
Campazzo is in the restricted circle probably. See Jokic, after he gives the ball up, Steph is holding his stomach, it looked like, but he's working already as soon as the shot goes up. He's just stronger than Looney. And it's not Looney's fault. Having a tough time keeping him off offensive glass. Campazzo was out there, but he was probably moving still as Curry was coming towards him.
Well, Denver, I think, is going to
challenge it.
Take a look at it.
Denver is challenging the blocking foul call.
So the lantern is lit. The Nuggets up 8. So they're looking to see, is Campazzo moving sideways? He's outside the restricted area. Step against the shooting motion. Is he still moving, or does he get there in time?
Steph is trying to avoid him, trying to step to his right just a little bit.
Remember, the pickup dribble is the beginning of the shooting motion. So are you in a legally defensive set position as he begins the shooting motion? That's the block charge call.
It looked like he was still moving to me. I remember the call on the floor was a block, so it has to be clear and conclusive.
I mean, most of the time at this level, it is a block.
I think you would just err on the side of calling it a block most of the time. I mean, it's something you don't want to see usually. Yeah. Guys slipping under guys.
No, in high school and college, you know, they play the bowling pin defense and jump in front of guys and fall down, but in the NBA, one, you don't want great players getting injured, and two, I think of guys like Bill Russell, I don't know, he never drew a charge. He was going up to try to block your shot and play defense. And
that's the thing with guys like Campazzo who are shorter, you understand it more. Kyle Lowry, who's like a charge king, basically.
Well, think of what Michael Jordan and Julius Erving's careers would have been if guys were constantly just jumping underneath them while they elevated all the time. And that would have been dangerous.
It happened to Jordan a good amount of times with the Pistons. They were jumping under him, over him, hacking him. I don't know why. It's usually not a good sign if it's taking this long. But
so it's either a block and 2 free throws.
I think that angle from behind the basket, is probably the one that's going to tell him the most.
Yeah, I mean, do you have something clear and conclusive to overturn this? And I always say in replay in any sport, if it takes you a long time, it's not clear and conclusive.
Right.
Like, clear and conclusive should be a short period of time. And I think Kevin Scott will tell us right now.
After review, the call on the floor stands. It'll be 2 shots. Challenge is unsuccessful.
His delivery, I think, might be the best. Well, the officials.
He should be doing an SEC championship game because he's got the accent, he's got everything.
He's got the pause for suspense, too.
He does. Now, John Butler's a young official, but what I like about that, just call it a block all the time. Guys will stop doing it.
Exactly. Err on the side of calling it a block.
So a couple free throws for Steph here.
You got to get to work fast here. The clock is not on your side. And the Warriors, again, they just haven't been super decisive. The flow just hasn't been there. And it looks like they're trying to get in the post and run your split action. They haven't flowed into the next action after the primary action doesn't work as quick as they normally do. And that's where you're missing Draymond, of course.
6-point game, winding down to 4 minutes of crunch time. They've come from 24 down.
Back to the Dirk Nowitzki post-up.
Jokic, Campazzo nearly fell out of bounds. Shot clock at 5. Austin Rivers back out to the Joker. His 3. Warriors playing excellent second half D. They're holding Denver to nothing in the third and fourth.
It's a big rebound for GP2.
Wiggins on Barton. Otto Porter on Rivers. Shot clock at 5. Down to 2. Wiggins recognized that the loss there. So Denver kept it out of Curry's hands.
It looked like they were trying to maybe change sides of the floor. Curry ran to the other side. The timing was just off there.
They've held the Nuggets to 22 second half points. Barton sensing a seam. Contact from Looney, and then he lost it out of bounds. The Warriors will take that.
And Looney blocked it and hit it off of Will Barton.
Can he hit a couple shots in a row here?
He gave him a little head hesitation. Just didn't shoot it right away.